So, today I will be starting with control flow. So, let's start. What basically control flow means? The word itself indicates that it is controlling some flow. It is controlling some flow. Now, what flow? We are trying to control the flow of the program by using some conditional executionary statements, some conditional statements, some looping statements, or some functional statements or definitions. So, let's see. Now, talking precisely, what first line means over here? What first line means over here? Need to vary computation step as value changes. Now, what this line means? Need to vary computation steps as value changes. Oh, don't you worry. Let me explain this. Need to vary computation steps as value changes means you always give an iterator whenever you assign a condition for your conditional statements as well as for your looping statements. Even in the function, you try to give a parameters which decides what kind of operation you're going to perform in it. If your parameter is single, you will not go up till a extent, but if you have 2 to 3 parameters, you can do different kinds of operation. In basic, we can do addition, subtraction, and in complex we can perform several programs like Fibonacci series, Armstrong, and all that. So basically, every condition is having some variable or an iterator which is changing continuously as the program executes. If I am giving certain condition and that whenever the condition will be true, the value of my iterator gonna be increment or decrement, and accordingly my logic gonna work. So basically the complete concept is that condition and that variable, and that is what here we are talking about. Need to vary computational statement, that is the logic which you have given inside that condition as value changes. Now what value changes? That iterators, most of the time we takes I as an iterator, that is for incrementing and decrementing the values in conditional statements and in looping conditions. And talking about functions, in functions we take another sort of variables which helps to perform different tasks. So that condition and that variables performs very crucial role in a program, and that is what control flow means. So this is all about first line. Now let's jump into the second line. Control flow, the word itself means that it is controlling some flow. Now what flow? It is controlling the flow of the program. That is, it determines the order in which the statements are executed. It determines the order. Who gonna execute first, who gonna execute after or later. It gonna execute according to the condition. If your condition is not true, if you're, for instance, I am taking an example of if else, and my condition in if is not true, automatically I'm gonna go to else. If my condition is if is not true, I will automatically jump into else, and the logic inside the else gonna execute. And that is what control flow means. The definition of control flow is determines order in which statements are executed. Very important, keep this in mind. It always determines which to be executed first and which to be executed later. Now let's look what are the different kinds of control flow. Number 1, conditional executions. Number 2, repetitive execution, that is loops. Whenever you want to perform a same task again and again, what you're gonna do? You can simply go and jump and use loops. Whenever you want to assure some condition that, for instance, it is even or odd, for instance, it is prime or not prime, composite, and all that, you can do it with the help of if else, that is conditional executions or conditional statements. Now talking about function definition, that is the third part of the control flow. Sometimes for the efficiency of the program, we jump into the recursion, and recursion simply means repeating and calling the function itself. The function itself calls again and again. The function calls itself again and again, and that is what helps you to repeat that task and get this output easily. And to minimize the method or the procedure, that steps which you write inside the program, that is why we say that the Python is very easy and very friendly language, because you know what in C we have to do for even printing, for declaring some integers, for declaring anything. We need to write a 5 to 6 lines of code. First the header files, then we declare a variable, then we try to print something, then we try to take input with the help of scanf. But in Python there is nothing as such. You just go and you even need not to give the data type. There is no as such like format specifiers, input scanf and all that, no return zero, get ch and all that. So it's a very easy and friendly language. So it is easy because most of the libraries of C are in built inside the Python. Python includes all the libraries of C. That is why half of the tasks which in C we have to manually perform, the Python doesn't require, because it is having that library, it is having that package. So we actually don't require to write it in a detail. We just try to write, or we just write that much which output I want. The task, if I wanted to get an addition, if I wanted to simply get a answer of multiplication of two numbers, I'm gonna simply write print, and inside that I'm gonna do a into b, and that will give me my output. So simple, right? This is just because the Python is having inbuilt libraries of C, and that is why we do not require to write a lengthy and long code. Okay.
So in the next video, we're gonna see all this in detail. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye. Thank you.